Have you ever felt like your whole world collapsed in one single moment? Like everything you worked for just disappeared? This is the story of a man who lost his job and thought he lost his future, but instead found his true calling. And trust me, this might change how you see your own struggles. David was 32 years old. He worked at a big corporate company in the city. Good salary, nice clothes, fancy office. People respected him. On the outside, he looked successful, but inside, he was tired. Every morning, he woke up to an alarm that felt like punishment. He sat in traffic. He stared at a screen. He counted hours. He lived for weekends. Still, he told himself, this is life. Be grateful. Until one random Tuesday, everything changed. His boss called him into the office. No warning, no long speech. Due to company restructuring, we have to let you go. Just like that, a box for his things, a handshake, a security escort. After 5 years, gone in 5 minutes, when David got home, he didn't know how to tell his wife. He felt embarrassed, ashamed, angry. What kind of man loses his job? He kept thinking. The first week, he applied everywhere. Second week, still nothing. Third week, rejection emails started piling up. We regret to inform you, we have chosen another candidate. Each email felt like a punch. Savings were going down. Bills were not waiting. Slowly, fear moved in. One night, he couldn't sleep. He went into the garage just to clear his head. That's when he noticed something. Old paint cans, wooden boards, half-finished projects. You see, before the corporate job, before the suits and ties, David loved building things, furniture, shelves, custom tables. When he was younger, he could spend hours designing and creating with his hands. But he had pushed that dream aside. Be realistic, people said. Get a stable job. So he did, and forgot about the thing that made him feel alive. That night in the garage, he picked up a piece of wood just to distract himself. He started sanding, cutting, measuring. For the first time in weeks, his mind was quiet. No rejection emails, no fear, just focus, just peace. By sunrise, he had built a small coffee table. It wasn't perfect, but it was beautiful. The next day, his wife saw it. You made this, she asked. He nodded. You should sell these. He laughed. Who would buy it? But she didn't laugh. She took pictures, posted them online. By the end of the week, someone messaged, how much for one? He almost didn't reply. Self-doubt is loud when you're starting something new. But he did. He priced it low, just to see. The buyer came, paid cash, loved it, and left smiling. That was the first time since losing his job that David felt valuable again. He started building more. One table became 3, 3 became 10. Orders slowly increased. Not millions of views, not overnight success, just slow, steady growth. He turned the garage into a workshop, watched videos to improve his skills, failed, messed up, measurements, wasted materials. But he kept going because this time, it wasn't about survival. It was about purpose. Months passed, money was still tight, but something had changed. David woke up excited. He wasn't watching the clock anymore. He wasn't living for Fridays. He was building something that was his. One day, a cafe owner contacted him. They wanted custom tables for their new space. It was his biggest order yet. He almost said no. What if I mess it up? But he remembered something. He had already survived losing his job. What was he so afraid of now? He said yes, worked day and night, delivered the tables. The cafe posted pictures, tagged him, and suddenly, more people were asking. A year after he lost his job, David wasn't unemployed. He was a business owner, not because he planned it perfectly, not because everything went smoothly, but because losing what was secure forced him to rediscover what was real. His calling wasn't behind a desk. It was in his hands, in his creativity, in the courage to try again. Here's the part most people miss. Losing his job wasn't the tragedy. Staying stuck would have been. Sometimes, life removes what's comfortable to reveal what's possible. Sometimes rejection is redirection. Sometimes what feels like the end is actually a push. Think about it. How many dreams have you buried because they didn't look safe? How many talents are sitting in your garage right now? How many passions are waiting for you to stop being afraid? David thought losing his job meant he failed, but maybe he was just being rerouted. And maybe you are too. If you're going through something hard right now, Don't rush to label it as the worst thing that ever happened. It might just be the moment that wakes you up, because sometimes you lose a job, but you find your calling, and that changes everything. If this story spoke to you, drop a comment and tell me, what's something you've always wanted to try? And remember, your setback might be your setup. See you in the next video.